Hey everyone, I am Raji Krishna. Welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is COVID-19. The world is trembling in the hands of this deadly disease. It was first originated in China in a place called Wuhan 2019. It has caused chaos in that country and is wreaking havoc wherever it goes. But first, what is COVID-19? What are the different types of coronaviruses and where were they originated? The coronavirus is a virus, a newly discovered virus. Initially, they only used to infect wild animals, but this no longer satisfied their ambitions. They wanted to expand their family, so they mutated into the novel coronavirus. The novel coronavirus is also known as the SARS-2 coronavirus. The novel coronavirus was officially named COVID-19 on February 11, 2020 by the World Health Organization (WHO). And also the WHO said that the COVID-19 outbreak had a pandemic potential, which means a worldwide spread disease. The coronaviruses are the large family of viruses, some of which may cause severe diseases. These include the SARS coronavirus. First, it was identified in China 2003. The MERS coronavirus, first identified in Saudi Arabia 2012, and the recent one, that is the novel coronavirus, again first identified in China 2019. What is the structure of a coronavirus and how do you know if you are infected by COVID-19? The coronavirus is not a living thing. In fact, all viruses are not living things. It must infect a living cell in order to reproduce. Inside the virus, genetic material contains the information to make more copies of itself. A protein shell provides a hard protective enclosure for the genetic material as the virus travels between the people it infects. An outer envelope allows the virus to infect cells by merging with the cell's outer membrane. Projecting from the envelope are spikes of protein molecules. When an infected person talks, coughs or sneezes, he sprays out saliva. The virus takes this opportunity to infect more people. Droplets carrying this virus land in your mouth or nose. Once the virus is inside your body, it spends 2 to 14 days observing its new environment. This is called the incubation period, during which people may not feel sick at all. In early days of the outbreak, organizations and experts such as the WHO said that the symptoms may include flu, fever, common cold, dry cough, headache, chest pain and shortness of breath. In more extreme cases and people with underlying health conditions such as heart diseases and diabetes, you can develop pneumonia. A small percentages of the cases progress acute respiratory distress, confusion and extreme fatigue. If you have any of these severe symptoms, it's time for you to get in touch with the healthcare provider. What exactly happens in your body when you come in contact with the COVID-19 and what exactly causes your body to develop pneumonia? Your lungs have separate sections called lobes. Normally, when you breathe, air moves through your trachea and into larger tubes called bronchi, into smaller tubes called bronchioles, and finally into tiny air sacs called alveoli. Your airways in your alveoli are flexible at springing. When you inhale, each air sac inflates like a tiny balloon, and when you exhale, they deflate. Small blood vessels called capillaries surround your alveoli. When you breathe in, oxygen from air moves into your capillaries and carbon dioxide from your body moves out of your capillaries into your alveoli so that your lungs can get rid of it. Your airways catch most germs in the mucus that lie in the trachea, bronchi and bronchioles. In a healthy body, hair like cilia keep moving the mucus and germs out of your airways where you might expel them by coughing. Now, in the case of a coronavirus infection, they first invade your lung cells. Your lungs are lined with billions of epithelial cells. These are the border cells of your body lining your organs and mucosa waiting to be infected. One spike on the virus inserts into the receptor molecules called ACE2 on your healthy cell like a key and lock. This is the moment where the infection begins. A typical flu virus would travel inside a sac made from your cell membrane to your cell's nucleus. But the coronavirus, on the other hand, does not need to travel to your cell's nucleus as it can directly access parts of the host cell called the ribosomes. The ribosomes use the genetic information from the virus to make viral proteins, such as the spikes on the virus's surface. In this case, your cell, ignorant to what's happening, executes these little fellows' instructions, which is pretty simple: copy and reassemble. the cell starts manufacturing an army of viruses until the entire cell is filled up with the original viruses and reaches the critical point where it gets its final order, that is self-destruct. The number of infected cells grown exponentially. After 10 days, millions of body cells get infected and billions of viruses soak the lungs. In this case, your alveoli might fill with fluid, making it difficult for breathing. And you might also develop lobopneumonia, where one lobe of your lung might get infected, or bronchopneumonia, where many areas of both the lungs might get infected. The virus has not done much yet, but now Corona is going to release a real beast on you, your own immune system. Your immune system, while there to protect you, can actually be quite dangerous to yourself and needs time to regulate and relax. As the immune cells pour into your lungs to fight the virus, Corona infects some of them, creating confusion and puts the immune cells in a fighting frenzy. They start ordering many more cells than required, wasting their resources. 2 cells in particular wreak havoc: the neutrophils and the killer T cells. As they arrive in their thousands, they start popping enzymes that kill as many friends as enemies. The more immune cells that arrive, the more damage they cause and the more healthy lung tissue they kill. This might get so critical that it might lead to lifelong disabilities such as respiratory failure, where patients need a machine called a ventilator to help them breathe. But in most cases, the immune system regains health and kills up the viruses, trying to infect more cells, and clears up the battlefield, and the recovering begins. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for more videos by subscribing my channel.